And we're live once again. So, this being our next session, Kevin, you're going to be introduced to something that we've always done, where we recap what happened last time, even though we already have it all recorded and everything.
Okay.
So, since you're the new guy, you have to explain what happened at the last session.
Oh, crap.
Oh yeah,
It's been 9 days.
it's been 9 days. you
Oh,
Last
man.
last
you
time on Dragon Ball Z.
you want us to come back to you and you recap the last part, the last third of it.
Okay, from what I can remember, because as the last 5 minutes indicated, I didn't remember a lot of that. Um, so we're on a quest. We finally got our mission directive, and we talked to Furlington about a kidnapping. And so
Mhm.
he tells us that there's two guys who were caught and are now in a barn, being held in
Essentially,
the barn.
it wasn't so much a barn as it was like like there's an actual like security building there. It's just kind of really
Okay,
nondescript.
okay. And he's got two guys in captive, and we were sent in essentially to interrogate them. After a
I'm
couple
listening,
of
by the way. I'm just
af-
reaching for something.
after a couple of good rolls, we managed to extract a lot of nothing out of our two perps, and we go back to talk to Furlington about possibly checking in on a guy who's just been staring at goats.
Yes, a Sheeran, as I think I recall him saying.
Like the
So I
CIA.
Yeah, like the CIA. No, they're bug people.
believe after a
No, but they
series
stare at
of
ghosts.
brutal
Hmm?
interrogation
Yeah.
and threatening mothers, um,
That's right. That's right.
I believe we got, I guess, what we wanted, and left satisfied to go on our next leg of the journey to save the baby goats.
Well, where exactly are you going to be going at the moment? Um, did you guys end up asking Furlington roughly anything about the Sheeran that's watching the goats intently?
We asked where he was at.
Did we
I
make it
forget.
to the
I don't
cave?
know if he got anything.
What's up, Bailey?
Did we ever make it to the cave?
I don't think you guys ever did. I think he was pretty much just he pointed you. I mean, he basically said that there's a guy, the bug guy that just kind of like basically just outside the dome. He just kind of just sits there and like twiddles his weird little like uh, insecty hands and just intently watches the goats. I will throw something at you though. He says he does appear roughly like towards the end of the day.
Oh, that's right, because we ended with time for a stakeout.
Yeah.
So we gonna get prepared for this stakeout.
What exactly are you guys
Boys,
going to
I'm
do to
always
get ready for
prepared
that?
for a stakeout.
Okay. Let's see here. Don't believe I. Oh, is there any kind of roost that I can climb up and hide in that'll get a good vantage point on where the Sheeran is seen?
You again like the pastures on the asteroid. They're underneath basically a big dome, and they've been kind of terraformed to be like completely flat.
Hmm.
But on the outside, you do see a few ridges that you could probably like tuck down in. Do you have any kind of like binoculars or anything?
Uh, I do not. I do not have any binoculars on me, but I can see pretty okay.
Is that a feat? Okay, vision.
Negative, but I,
It's
I have
you get a
I
plus
have
zero
belief
on
in
all vision
myself.
checks. You
I
got
have
What your
belief in
you,
elven
myself.
eyes kind of see?
what do your Isoki eyes see? um, while he's there, where are you two? Where's Ondromena and Dogmauth?
Not far away, that's for sure.
How do we get
Maybe.
there?
Honestly, like I think I covered this early on. Like like spacesuits are essentially considered part of the gear. Like, I mean, space travel is just so common out there that, you know, if you're out bouncing around the galaxy, it's just assumed that the gear you're going to have has, like, you know, space faring capabilities. But you know what? I'm going to ask an interesting question. What does your gear look like? Because I mean, it can range from anything from like you see like on let's say like the Mass Effect video game, where like your armor just naturally kind of comes with a helmet you can attach, or like there are actually some suits and stuff that they essentially generate like a magical barrier that essentially gives you like enough oxygen for like a set amount of time, and that's just kind of thrown in just regardless.
I am a walking 80s 90s leather mullet with just like a thin layer of oxygen.
there's like a bit of a glisten from the gases that you need to breathe that just kind of circles around your head.
Yeah, it just like catches the outside corner of my shades just a little bit. It's something to behold.
And we'll say, just for the sake of argument, you know, because, you know, space is empty vacuum and everything, that yeah, you guys have like a headset you can talk into and stuff. How about you, Ondromena? What does your getup look like?
My getup looks like I'm trying to think of good. The Martian is not one of those big fluffy spacesuits that we have, but you know, it's very skin tight. Like, it looks like I buy it skin tight on purpose. I show off my figures.
Does it have like a dome though?
Oh yeah, it has like a regular fishbowl dome.
So uncomfortably skin tight for anyone who's looking, but you have a fishbowl dome.
And for some unknown reason, I have a cape too.
So despite what he says, it's the only people uncomfortable are those beholding it.
Yeah, it's like people down in the goat farm in the dome. It's like, man, I can make out every dimple. And Lils the Soki. I'm curious what a more mouse-looking character looks like instead of a more humanoid character like the others.
So his is also pretty skin tight, but it's got covered with pouches. Pouches on his legs, pouches on his thighs, pouches on his arms, and a very low profile backpack that covers most of his back. He's got some brown boots that cover most of his feet.
Most of his feet, not all of his feet.
He's secretly really fluffy, so sometimes a little bit of the fur pops out.
Okay. Well, tell you what, Lils, let's make a perception roll.
All righty. Oh boy. You know how I said I believed in myself?
Did you not believe hard enough?
I didn't believe hard enough. 13.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah. No, that's not bad at all.
We have seen much worse.
Oh yeah.
Impressively worse.
Sure enough, off in the distance, you see a Sheeran approaching. Roughly, not quite as tall as like your average human, but taller than you. Looks basically like a walking mantis, with like, you know, two little tiny little gross little appendage arms kind of hanging off in front of him. He is not really wearing any kind of spacesuit, and it looks like he's wearing like strips of leather just kind of hanging off on him, and he's carrying what looks like an old mining pick, kind of like as a cane, and he walks pretty much on a hill right across from you guys, still staring into the dome, and he just kind of sits there. And, you know, you see him kind of like twitchy because he's a bug, but he doesn't really move. He's just sitting there observing.
All right, I'll grab my comm unit and I'll just go, we got the homeless perp, man that stares at goats. What do you want to
do? I got it. All right. All right, boys, this is the real deal. I'm going in. I walk up to him.
Can I make a stealth check, make sure that I'm out of sight, or is there not enough grass or things to find myself in.
I mean, it's an asteroid. There's enough craters and stuff. Yeah, roll stealth.
Okay. Oh man. Remember how last time I had made really good rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. That is going to be a 17.
Yeah, you were like the mousy ninja, like just basically just scurrying on the ground from like one crater to the other, like combat rolling and stuff. Yeah, you basically go unseen. Dogmauth, are you approaching like out in the open, not bothering to hide? Like what you doing?
So to put this in the most accurate way possible, I'm doing a very Conor McGregor-ish walk. I'm strolling, I'm feeling confident, and I'm trying to exude that confidence. And I'm going right up to this dude. He knows what's up. We're about to talk with his pickaxe cane having ass.
And hold on a second. Oh yeah, and of course, Ondromena, what are you doing during all of this? Are you trying to hide? Are you walking up next to him? Are you trying to take different?
I'm walking to the dog's left and a little bit behind. But I'm not, I'm just moving very smoothly, not moving my arms, letting my cape flow.
What color is your suit?
Mine?
Yeah.
Orange and blue.
I was just curious what this really uncomfortably skin tight outfit and cape looks like.
I forgot it was skin tight.
So the two of you are making your approach. The other one's scurrying around, making sure he's just out of sight, out of mind.
While they're coming up on him, do they have his attention yet?
Oh yeah, his head's kind of perked up, and his two big compound eyes are looking there, and he's got like two little antennae on the front. They're kind of twitching, kind of towards their direction.
I'll grab my comm again and just tell them, hey, just keep him busy. I'm gonna block him off.
Okay, so when you guys hit about 30 feet away, you hear a voice in your head. And he says, "Greetings, fellow travelers. What can I do for you?"
Greetings, my insect friend.
Oh, by the way, it's fairly common knowledge. Sheeran are telepathic as well.
I was about to make that comment. Like, okay.
Greetings, my friend. We're at
Still recovering from that cold. There we go. Sorry, go on.
Okay, so I'm strolling along. Greetings, friend. Would you like to join me in a game of insert galactic board game here?
He says, "I'm not sure. Why are you approaching me? Are you part of the farming community?"
No, I'm just passing through and I'm bored as hell. You want to play some space chess with me? I'm the best in the land.
Nobody beat this guy.
What are you guys wanting to roll to make this guy not be suspicious? Because
I guess I'll roll bluff.
Is there a bluff? There's a bluff.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bluff.
So, can it just be said that I don't know that telepathy exists?
Yes, it can be said that you don't know if telepathy exists.
Okay, just want everybody to know that.
I got a 15, Chase. Did I do me anything?
He says, "Well, I suppose I could use the company a little bit. It does get lonely."
I know that's right. I'm on my way up.
He keeps walking to you using the old pickaxe as a more of a walking stick. As he gets closer, I mean, this is like, I mean, if he wanted to, he could use it as a weapon, but I mean, this thing is old, like falling apart, dilapidated. He says, "I don't get much company out here. Usually the farmers that tend to those fascinating animals, usually they tend to stick to themselves. So what do you have?
Fascinating animals. What do you mean?
Well, look at them. They're just fascinating. With their interesting sounds. They produce milk. They got just crazy horns, but they never really fight each other. They just kind of bump heads.
Wait a minute. They produce milk?
he says, I know. Isn't that interesting?
God damn. I pull out my book and I start writing.
Is all of this done in telepathy?
It's all done in telepathy. You're basically
yeah, I guess it is.
You've basically walked up. You've walked up to them and like you haven't heard anything that's been said in the conversation.
So I'm still hiding, and I'm just watching them like walk up to each other, stare at each other in the face, and then Dogmauth just pulls out a book and starts writing.
Yes.
Seriously.
I pull out my comlink and go, "What the hell, guys? What's going on?"
Hey.
Don't worry. We're gonna play some space chess. I pull out my space chess.
The Sheeran says in his brain, in your brain and in your thoughts, he says, "Who are you talking to?"
Talking to you, my man. Sit down.
He you see him like extend like a insect clawy hand out, and like a rock basically just kind of hovers over and sits behind him. He waves his hand and two more move and let you guys sit as well, and he brings a smaller one to sit right in front of you. It's like, what do you have?
My telepathic man, I have here some space chess.
Oh my god, he just moved rocks with his brain. You sure you're okay?
We're doing great, buddy. That was also telepathy. All right. You're going to be...
To me?
Sure.
You just hear a very audible, "What the hell?"
I turn in that direction and say, "What the hell was that?"
The Sheeran says in your thoughts again, he's like, someone else is there, isn't there?
I don't see anybody. Do you see anybody?
Roll. I think we're losing McCutcheon. Hold on a second. Say again, McCutcheon.
Oh no, I was yielding to my good friend.
Oh, roll bluff, Ondromena.
All right. Eight. Good. Pretty good.
Yes, incredibly good. Not good enough though. He says, I think he says in your thoughts again. He's like, I think you're lying to me, and I would appreciate it if your friend stepped out.
All right, dog, step out.
Man. All right, come on out.
Is this set in telepathy too?
No, that was very verbal.
Oh,
yeah, that was in the comm.
I'm gonna try and stealth up to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of pop over their shoulder and go, "Hey."
He says in your brain as well. He says, "Why were you hiding?"
What the hell? I'm just looking around wildly. You guys hear that?
I say,
oh.
Is this a group chat?
Oh yeah. This you can say. What do you say in group chat?
So in group chat, I say, "Oh, look, good dear friend, I'm famous for my skills at space chess. He's just here to keep me safe.
He's the best.
I'm here to play me some space chess and to talk about some milk making animals." Now,
do I hear all of this in my brain?
No, this is in group chat.
Okay.
the Sharon, like his the antenna on the front, like just roughly where his nose would be. You see it just kind of like irritatingly twitch, and he reaches behind and starts like ruffling in his pocket, and he pulls out a really old comm set, like just a really old comm set, and he basically hooks it onto one of the strands of leather that's closest to his neck, and he says, just like a really gravelly, raspy voice, he's like, "I think this would work better."
Well, goddamn.
About time finally someone said something. Jesus. Staring at each other for 5 minutes.
So you say
So
you
we
would like
play
to
it-
discuss the fascinating animals that are known as goats?
After we play some space chess,
All right, so
He
what
thinks-
do you,
he
what do you
thinks
hope
I'm
to gain
joking,
from
Bye-bye.
space chess?
I don't know. What do you want me to roll?
Well, what are you guys out here to do specifically?
I am playing purely for pride at this point.
Let me see. What would a good game roll be?
Probably intelligence.
Yeah, but I was thinking of more like a skill.
Bounty hunter.
Yeah,
I'm
bounty
just
hunter.
kidding. Either bluff, sense motive. I can see lots of different angles.
Yeah, you could do sense motive. Plus, you get a bonus for that since that's part of your whole envoy thing.
Haha. Oh yes. So that's 18 plus 3.
Oh,
21.
lost Bailey. You there, Bailey?
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, okay, so he's there. All right, so that's 18 -1, and I get a bonus, but it's towards like actually finding my query. I don't think this counts. So 22, 21.
Okay,
Something
so
like
ask him a question or whatever you want to do while you're playing, and I'll answer, and I'll tell you if he's being honest or anything like that.
Oh man, I haven't had a castle in a long time. Last time I had a castle, well shit, I was hunting some sheep off on a whole different planet. If I was looking for sheep that went missing, I would have to look.
Yeah, you're sounding like a robot towards the end.
Oh, okay. Thesis. Where are the sheep?
He said, well, to that he says, well, it's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's not talking in his brain. He's not talking dignified. He says, it is interesting that you say that. I've noticed that many have gone and disappeared over the past couple of weeks. They've all run off into a cave.
Who's taking this precious sheep?
Whoa, hold on. What cave?
There is an old mining cave. It is where I got this walking stick, he says as he dumps it down on the ground. Before the farmers came here, they terraformed this thing slightly and tried to mine minerals from it. Once it was done, Furlington bought the place. I do not know who takes them. Who takes the sheep? The goats, though. He's like, I cannot see his face. He seems to obscure it, but he does live within. And
Don't worry.
yeah,
I'll find it.
Your sense motive is he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Outstanding.
If you would like, I
All
can
right.
put you to the cave.
Yes. 100% yes.
Please.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Please do so.
Or if you want to go talk back to the farmers, you can do that too.
Save the baby milk.
Oh, snap. Get out of this.
On the next recording, we're probably going to switch just back purely to vocals because you are breaking up really bad, McCutcheon.
Sorry. I do it on purpose.
You but what was that you said last?
No, I said that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, okay. Well, which one is it? Because are you guys wanting to go to the deal with the farmer. I mean, go back and talk to the farmers, try and get some information. You
No,
want to
no.
investigate the cave.
Cave it is.
Ooh, it's like a
Cave,
choose your own
cave.
adventure.
Cave.
His-
Cave. Cave.
That's basically
Cave.
what the game is,
Cave.
Bailey.
Cave.
It's,
Cave. Cave.
I think we know where Dogmauth is standing.
Cave.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just
All right.
sitting on his shoulders going, cave, cave, cave.
They're all saying. All right. I'm going to end this recording. On the next one, we'll probably switch over just to audio, and we'll continue on. So hold on a second. Bloop
I like to play Megan.
and bloop.